Hi, this is Lady Myya here with the incomparable Mr. Fred Blain. If the folks know, like I know, Mr. WDAS, the legend, okay,
Oh,
on
WNAP.
the, he is doing the daggone thing, okay? He's been doing it for so long that, like people just kind of like, just want to whiff. They just want a piece of the things that he steps on at this point, because he is the myth and the legend. Okay, so just let's not get that messed up. Understand? He is doing me an honor for him being on my podcast. I know so many people that's from the Philadelphia area will definitely understand. This man has always been that man that was on the radio just to give us motivation. And we appreciate that. But I definitely want to bring on Mr. Fred Blain. Do it, sir.
Okay, well, hello, everybody. Um, there's just one thing. The caller is a WNAP. A lot of people, yeah,
It changed.
yeah, huh?
It changed.
No, it's always been WNAP.
NAP.
Before that,
Okay.
it was WGHW. That's a whole nother place. WDAS.
Right.
But
Mm.
people get me confused all the time.
But you just. I mean, we know you. We've heard you for so long. I mean,
Long time.
WGS should have you on there by now. Like, what's the problem?
They offered me to come over there. They did, but I turned them down.
Oh, I understand. I understand. So you know what? I have a question for you.
Sure.
Appreciation. In your words, what would you say that actually means to you? I mean, with your life being as where it is and the people that you have met over the years and the things that you have done over the years, like we can only appreciate you now. What would you feel that, would be a blanket response to appreciation?
Appreciation is when someone shows you that they genuinely are concerned about you and what
Right.
you've done and how they feel about you. And sometimes the person that really appreciates you, it can be very emotional because it's an emotional state when someone
Yeah.
appreciates you because it's dealing with your feelings.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of someone hates you. You know, someone doesn't
Yeah.
care for you. That's an
Correct.
emotional feeling also. Also, when
Right.
someone loves you, when someone really
Mm-hmm.
loves you, it's an emotional feeling. But
Yes.
appreciation is not love, but it's care and concern of gratitude for something someone has done. And sometimes,
Yeah.
especially if it's in a moment of need, where someone really
Yes.
needs something, and
Yes.
need is not always monetary. Need could be encouragement. Need can be
Exactly.
a smile. Yeah.
It can be.
So
Yes.
like yours. There you go. Well, yeah, when I first met you, that's the first thing you gave me was that smile, as a customer. And I
Yes.
said, boy, that really lit my day up right there,
Oh, thank
because you never
you.
know who needs that,
That's
so,
true. Very
and
true.
then when you get what you need, it's a sign of appreciation.
It really is. It really
Mhm.
is. And you can kind of tell, but not always be able to tell that, that person needed that thing. For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. I love that. That was spot on, Rev. Okay? Spot on. So can you just walk us through what made you get into radio?
Well, basically, I always want to share some good music with some people,
Yeah.
and that's all I ever wanted to do, is to let people understand what I feel with the music. I didn't want to keep it to myself, so I
Right.
wanted to share music with some people,
No, for
and the
sure.
best way to do some people is to do it through the airwaves because that way you get the chance to experience sharing music with thousands or hundreds of thousands of people.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, just your voice, man. the influence that you have on so many people inside Philadelphia is just like, oh man, y'all didn't know Fred Blain is going to be in the house. We're going to have him, especially when you have those church events. And oh gosh, no, you can't say that Fred Blain's going to be in the house and then not be, people standing on the side, trying to get in. It's a standing room only,
Well, you know what happens a lot of times when you're on the radio and you're coming into the personal places and spaces of someone's life, they start to count you, as a member of the family, because you're in the house when they're cooking their dinner, or they wake up with you in the morning on the radio. They're brushing their teeth and you still talking with them. So so you start to be a part of them. And that's the reason why when you're on the radio, you let people know that you're real. If it's something you don't like, you go, you know what? I don't like rainy days. Oh, I just hate snow. Because those same people tell you, you're just like me because I don't like snow either. So they can identify with you.
Yes. Oh, you said a mouthful on that snow thing. I cannot. No.
That's where you are, right?
This is why, I migrated south for the winter.
Went down with the birds. There you go.
Too many winters, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They had to migrate. But you know what? It's such like the things you do, the things you say, just the pull that you have is so powerful. And I don't want to like overstep a boundary, but at the same time, like when you would come into my shop, when we would talk and have like real talk, I'd be like, you know what, this man can leave an imprint in the simplest conversation. We can sit there and talk about the tires or the oil change or anything that was going on with your vehicle, but at the same time, there was always some knowledge right in the back of it that was more so like, you know what, I can't really stay because I have to do this, and the third, but I'm going to trust you to take care of me. You talking about imprint. Look, when my boss would get on there and try to change stuff, and I'd be like, look at here. No, that's not what we doing. We not doing that. No, that's Fred Blain. No, we not doing that. That's my customer. I don't know what you think you're doing, but you're not doing this for nobody else. Nobody else. It's like your presence actually demands, favor. And I don't know many people that do have that. That's awesome.
Well, God is good. God is good. And you like to treat people special because they're people.
Yes.
They have feelings. They have bad days. They have good days. And so you just can't brush people off, especially with a smile like that, See, I used to work on my cars myself, and I've never been very trusting of other people working on my car because they like to tell you anything, because it's all about the bottom line, the dollar.
Gotta do it.
Sometimes you don't blame them because you need something it's almost there. Okay, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
So anybody, I start off a little leery,
Right.
But I think I went back there, and of course I asked for you. Because you went and came back. Didn't you leave and come back one time?
Yes, I did. A sister was actually trying a few things, and those few things didn't work out so well, and I tried some more things, and it just was like a whole thing. But I loved coming back because I was just like, I miss my people. I miss you guys so much.
People miss you too.
I know, and now here it is. Like, no.
You down there where there's no snow. I understand.
Yes. That's what I want to say. At least yeah, for now,
Yeah.
I'm like, things, I look at it like this. When you guys are always reachable, it makes it easier for me. As
Yes.
opposed to if I couldn't reach you guys, I'd be all over the place. I'd be scattered. Like, what am I doing? I don't even know what my left from my right is right now. I don't know what my name is. We might have to try this again. I'm gonna need like my 16th cup of coffee to just get it together. But you know what? Like, yeah, no. I love the fact that, remember the one time that I went into the studio with you?
Sure, sure.
I still have that picture. I'm gonna make that art of you.
What?
Yes, I do. And so, I mean, you talking about that opened me up to so much, because I was just like, this guy came all the way from where he was from to see you. And not that I was saying like, this was a small feat or anything like that, but at the same time, it's like, yes, there's so much more than just kind of staying, playing it,
Yeah.
and especially when you have a message. And I think that is amazing. When you gonna get your podcast, bro? So I can, go on there
I don't know.
too.
I don't know. That takes time,
Yes,
and so I don't mind supporting you.
yes, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really, really hope with all my heart. Why are you still? And you said that you're still on the radio, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Correct.
so what are we doing? Are we staying there until we can't anymore, or what's going
Well,
on?
basically, it's been a long ride, So I'll just stay there until the wheels fall off.
No, I understand that, and I'm like, you know what? Like, how can he stop moving and shaking? I don't think that's possible, because you've always been so animated and has so much energy for so long, and even now, and I'm looking at you, and I'm like, I know he can't wait to get up. He's gonna be off. He's gonna have like 14,000 calls to make later. But no, I definitely appreciate that. So, is this, gonna be the the rest of the time that we go, or do you want to kind of look for something else in regards to like radio, or a
Eh,
presence,
Well, you're right when you
TV?
say kind of busy. So, well, opportunities present themselves.
Yes,
I will answer the call. It's not
yes.
like I'm going to jump out and see what can I do now. Oh no.
That's
But
me, not you.
if there's a platform, an
Yes,
opportunity presents itself.
yes,
You take advantage of that.
yes. And
Mhm.
that's a good thing. I mean, you like, no, peace be still. So I'm just going, I'm gonna see what happens. But that makes
Yeah.
complete and utter sense to me, and I appreciate this. Wow, like, I know I did a lot of talking, and just kind of who I am. but
That's
but at the
fine. That's fine.
But if there's anything, any plugs you would like to do, you're be more than welcome to do so.
Well, I would like to start by saying, as people, be kind to people. You never know what somebody is going through,
Mhm.
and a kind word can make all the difference in the world. I know we're in a day and time where people really don't speak to people. If you speak to somebody, they'll go like, "What do that mean?" They don't, they don't utter a word. You know what I mean? But when
Mhm.
someone comes across somebody who's extra nice, they sometimes they feel like, okay, what you want? Because people are nice.
Right.
They figure you have an ulterior motive. But there's
Yes.
some genuine people in the world, and we
Yes.
have to treat people like we want to be treated. Be nice to people.
Yes.
Say something nice to somebody. Make somebody else feel good. You
Yes.
mentioned about making a footprint and an imprint in life. It's been my goal to, when I talk to people, because I always seek knowledge, I try to leave knowledge. you know. And so that's what I like to do. I try to tell people something they don't know.
Mm.
And that way, it leaves an impression with them. They'll say, that Fred Blain, he's crazy, or he told me something I did not know.
Mm-hmm.
I told someone the other day, a lady was 88 years old, and I went to be a part of her birthday celebration.
Mm.
And so I said to her, I was talking to someone on the radio, and I said, I'm going to tell you guys something that you probably don't know when I come back. When I came back, I said, you know, do you know string beans are a fruit? And they were like, what? I said, string beans are a fruit. Did your mic get muted? Looked like it got muted. Okay, it's back now. Okay. And they said, string beans are a vegetable. String beans, no fruit. I said, well, I tell you something, check me. Okay. What requires a fruit? What's the requirement for a fruit? A fruit has seeds in it, right?
Wow.
Apples have seeds, oranges have seeds. String beans have what? Seeds.
Mm-hmm.
There's seeds in string beans.
Yeah.
And so they was like, what? I said, go look it up. Because coming up in life, we're always told, eat your vegetables, and you got string
Mm.
beans on the plate.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. I see by the look on your face.
Wow.
I
I'm dumbfounded because I love straight beans.
I see by the look on your face.
Yes. Oh wow. That's see. Here you go again. Always just
Yeah, yeah. I
that's
used to go.
amazing.
I used to go to the barber shop, and they go, "Where's that guy at? You know, he always coming here just dropping nuggets of truth on us." You know, I said, I just, you know, you can always talk to someone and talk about stuff that you know and they know. Who gains anything?
Right.
Nobody.
Okay.
No. You drop
Mm.
something on somebody else that they don't know, they're gaining. And
Knowledge.
I gain because I help them to gain.
Yes.
She said, yes.
Yes. That is so wow. Wow. Sir, you did not have to do it to me again.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you are wow. I did not. You know what? You have so much knowledge, and just the people that you are around, they just view the rest of the wisdom on you, just to put a few more layers in your cake. You know, it's just so awesome, though. Like,
Yeah, I just like helping people. A
mhm.
friend of mine was telling me about his hot water heater went out. I said, "Yo, what?" He said, "My hot water heater went out." I said, "You have a hot water heater?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "No, you don't." I said, "You have a water heater. It heats water to make it hot. It's not heating hot water. It's a water heater." But how many times people say, "My hot water heater," don't they? They say, "Look, I'm gonna leave you alone because I'm messing with your theology." Yeah, I got a hot water heater. No, you don't. You have a water heater.
What? Huh. The stuff we grew up with, though, it's like it's so embedded, and
It
then it's
is.
passed down to so many different generations, and then for you to just like, oh no, 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 does that actually make sense?
Oh, see, I listen to what people say. That's
Yes.
that's that's my pet peeve. People be talking, and sometimes they say things that don't make any sense. But I can't say
No.
nothing. I just take it, okay? Because somebody will
Mm-hmm.
say, "I'm just a little under the weather," and I'll say, "We're all under the weather. What you talking about? All of us are under the weather, unless we're in space somewhere." but
Okay.
but I
Huh.
know what they
Over the
mean.
clouds.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So all of us are under the weather, but I know they mean they're a little sick, right?
Sick.
But
Exactly. Oh,
the saying to me don't make any sense.
no.
That's
It doesn't. It's okay. We all understand. We know. You know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's so funny because, like, you get the older people and they get to say in their terms and different things like that. So, this stuff
Yeah,
came from forever ago. And now it's like we're still talking at jibber jabber, sir. We're
yeah,
still talking at
yeah,
jibber jabber. Like
yeah.
we haven't in all this time, we haven't like evolved to actually thinking as to what we're saying. So
Because
like,
we're repeating. We're so busy repeating and not
yes.
thinking, like you said. We're so busy repeating, because
Hmm.
somebody else said, we say it, and don't think about what did they just say. Yeah. That's when somebody said, I misunderheard you. Not I misunderstood you. No, I misunderheard you. What you say?
You'll be like, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
misunderstood.
I misunderheard you.
Oh boy, too much. You're such a plethora of just like information and knowledge and wisdom. This is insane. This is totally insane. Just have it. Oh wow, I missed you. Oh sir, I missed you. I missed you so much. And I miss our conversations because I mean I think you
Yes.
made me think outside of the box. Actually, I got rid of the box when you left. So anyway, I just want to be a better person. I want to be that type of person to do as well,
Yes.
and I would only hope that you light a match from the torch for viewers and
Oh,
just hand it off to a sister.
okay.
Hand it off to me. But I appreciate you being on here. I'm just gonna wrap it up, sir. Oh my gosh, I could talk to you forever. I'm just letting you guys know Fred Blain is the real McCoy. Like he is just a wonderful man. He's got the biggest heart you will ever know. He's got the voice, the giving, the like he will just give you everything and he has always and never gave you just any old thing. He's just not that type of person. But Mr. Fred, if you want to say whatever you want to say to close us out, you can definitely say whatever you would like.
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you, Myya, Lady Myya, for this opportunity to join you on your podcast. It's been a pleasure talking to you once again. Not only talking to you, but opportunity to see you also, like they say,
Yes,
live and living color. And we
yes,
want you to have a great day and a great 2020. And
yes,
I've been sharing this with people. When you go to write the year 20, don't abbreviate it. Write it all the way out. Write
yes.
2020, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're in a new decade. And if you
Yes.
abbreviate it and you're signing legal papers, somebody can come behind you and put a 19 on it, or come behind you and put an 18 on it, okay? And that would
Mm,
really mess you up. So protect
yes.
yourself. When you go to write 20, don't put like today's date and then put 20, put 2020 behind it to protect
Mm-hmm.
yourself and any legal documents. Now, next year, you don't have to worry about that because it'll be a
Nope.
21,
Yes.
okay? It'll be a 21. Nobody can do no 21, 18. That ain't going to work. But this
No.
year here, by all means, protect yourself, okay?
Yes.
Like they said, protect yourself because you don't want to wreck yourself. Okay?
Don't want to wreck yourself, sir. That's also right there. I like that. Appreciate you. Love, peace, sir. And I'm definitely gonna see my fans here probably in the next week or so. When we get a chance to speak with some other interviews and different things like that. If you got any information that you would like me to relay to Mr. Fred Blain, please let me know in the comments below. At any time, I'm going to have this posted on my Facebook, my YouTube, Twitter, on Spotify, on pretty much any and everything that you could think of. I got it up there. Some kind of
Okay.
way, Lady Myya is on there. So, but I definitely want you guys to know living your best life with Lady Myya is always here for you. Anytime you need me, just let me know.